Maseches Kesubos daf tzadi tes. The Gemara brings a second lotion that when the shelichut sends the shliach, if he sends him to buy a kur, and instead of buying a kur, he buys a lesech. And the Gemara explains the reason why it should be chal. Do you say that tavelach avdilo, that the shliach says he's doing a service on the benefit of the shelichut because if he needs the money, he won't be able to get it back? Or do you see the Mishleach could say that he doesn't want to be mafish b'shtoris, doesn't want to have more stories on the two transactions to get the entire kur? I understand for Beis Yaakov from the Sivis has a tremendous arichas on the sugi over here, and he asks an interesting kasha. He says there's gemaras in many places when someone made a shliach to megarish his wife in a certain place. Do you say there's a kbeida or it's Mareh makom? So the Beis Yaakov asks, why isn't it mentioned in our Gemara that our sugya when the Mishalech made a shliach for a specific amount should be totally in that child if you say there's a kbeida or it's a Mareh makom? I in the Sefer Torah Shmuel that says the answer to the Beis Yaakov's kasha is that you find the Mareh makom, and it's not a kbeida on the ikar shlichus. That's specifically when there's no difference in the actual shlichus. Mashain Kain over here, when there was a change in actual shlichus, instead of buying a kur in one shot, he bought lesach. So therefore, it's not like Mareh makom that the gerushin was the same gerushin, just it was in a different place. And he says, furthermore, you could say that even on the tzad, that over there it's a kbeida, that's because there was a tzivui to mekarish in a specific place. However, over here, there's no difference in the actual mechira and the actual item that was bought. It's the same item, just there was two different transactions, so therefore, it could be it's not a kbeida, and there's no raya from that sugi that over here should be a kbeida. Moving from on, the Gemara brings a raya to the shayla according to the second lashon. If the Mishalech sent a shliach to buy a kur and instead he bought a lesech, do you say that tavdelach avdi, or do you say that the Mishalech have a tiny doesn't want to have more stories? The Mar brings a raya from a case by meilah that a Mishalech sent a shliach with a din azov and he asked him to buy for him a chaloik for the entire din, and instead of buying a chaloik for the entire din, he bought with a chaloikim with three atalis, and they're both moal. So the Mareh says, if you say that b'chaygavna it's oisish lichusoi, then it's also hated why is moal, but if it's considered mavir, then why is he moal? Taisis says that it's very hard to understand what the Gemara's raya is, because the reason why it shouldn't be mechir is because he doesn't want to have more stories. Mashain came by meilah. It's not a question of any more stories. B'chlal, so how could the Gemara compare the two cases? So the Taisus says the answer is that the Mishalech wants a chaloik yofa, not a chaloik ra. So the kbeida against the chaloik ra is similar to the kbeida that he doesn't want to be mafbish b'stories. However, Rashi is oimid on this kasha, and Rashi says a different pshat. And Rashi says that by meilah, although it does not pertain to svoro that he doesn't want to be mapish b'storis, nevertheless, if ba'almo, it's considered as maver al dvarav al kolchach loy osu shlichusay, and tzorich in godol havonon divrei Rashi, because by a shliach to make a kinyan it's mavur without the taina that he doesn't want to be mapish b'shtoros to bichal the kinyan. So why over here by the meilah, with that alone, that's considered maval dvorov, even though there's no kbeid of afushi shtoro, nevertheless it's considered a bittul in the shlichus, and the shliach not be chayiv. I in the Sefer Horis V'Tziyunim that says two truths to explain Rashi. First, he says that B'Amis can explain Rashi according to a chiddush that's mavur in Shar Melech. They mention the Yisrael Dvarim Le'el in the Shin Daf Tzadi Ches, that the Maritz says that we find the Yishliach Dvar Veiro B'Shlichus Yad and Tvicha, and meilah he says B'Shlichus Yad and Tvicha it's not considered a regular shlichos. Rather, the chiyuv is not because the asir of the shliach as if the Mishleach did it, rather since the Mishleach caused the shliach to be shliach yad and to be teveach, it's considered that the asi was naasib hagramosoy and liafu is chayiv. And the Sharmalach asks, well, even by meilah, you see that's not a regular shlichus, as if the Meshalech was doing the meilah, because you see even a chereshet v'kot and the zechiah v'koch, you see even by meilah. The gedder and that we find yesh liach v'arvei by meilah is not a regular din shlichus, as if the Meshalech did the meilah. Rather, the gedder is that since the Meshalech caused the meilah through the shlichus, therefore is chayiv on the hagroma that he caused the shliach to be moil behektish. So according to this Yisod of Sharamelech, the shlichus of meilah is not like a regular shlichus in Kol Kulo, that the asiyah of the shliach is as if the Meshalech is doing it. So the Herz Tzionim says it's Miyoshev hated this kasha because it's choluk be Yesod the shlichus of mechira and shlichus by meilah, because by shlichus by mechira there's a chalais din shlichus that the shliach is b'makom the Meshalech. So therefore, even if he makes a small shinui, nevertheless he still has a din kamoisa like the bailim, and it's not as battle the shlichus unless you have a specific peido of the nichle lafushi b'shtora. However, by a shlichus of meilah, there's no chalis din kemoisoi that the shliach's like the Meshalech. The whole din shlichus is the Meshalech caused the meilah through the shliach. So therefore, it's specifically when the Meshalech caused the meilah. However, if the shliach changed, so therefore it's not considered the Meshalech caused the meilah. The shliach himself changed and altered that the Meshalech caused the shlichus, so therefore it's bottled the shlichus. And Sefer Arz Tzionim says a second teretz to explain Rashi according to tremendous Yisod that the Stipler learns in the Rambam and Hilchas Chumas, that the Rambam says if someone makes a shliach to be Torah, he has to be mevatel the shlichus in front of the shliach, and if the Meshalech is mevatel shloi b'fnei shliach, it's not bottled the shlichus. However, the Rambam writes that if the shliach changed from tzof and ledorim, then he could be mevatel the shliach even shloi b'fonov. And it's very hard to understand the Rambam because it's mavud, there is a chalish shlichus even when the shliach is meshanim from tzof and ledorim, because you see without a bit on the shlichus would be chal. So if that's the case, that there is a shlichus, then how could it be chal or bittul even shloi b'fonov? So the Stipler has a tremendous arichas, and he proves the understanding of the Rambam is that be'emes, when the shliach changes, even mitzof and ledorim, it's a bittul on the shlichus, because the shlichus is specifically according to what Meshalech sent him to be Torah, and that if you Torah from tzof and ledorim, it will be chal shlichus. The pshat is because of Zochen Adam Shloi B'fonov. Since the Meshalech told the Shliach to be Torah for him, you see clearly they want a Truma. So therefore, within Zochen Adam Shloi B'fonov will be Chal Shlichos. And according to this, the Stipler explains that if the shliach did specifically what he was told to do, so it's a chalistin shlichus, so in order to mevatel the halach of shluch shalom k'mois, you need a chalistin bittul lefonov. However, if the whole shlichus is midin zachen adam shloi lefonov, so as long as he was megaladas even shloi b'fnei shlichus, that he doesn't want the shlichus, then it loses its din schos and it's bottled the halacha of Zochen Adam Shloi B'fonov. So therefore, with Sofen Ledorim, that's only within Zochen Adam Shloi B'fonov, it's Mahani a Bittul Shloi B'fnei Shlichos, and the Stipler says that specifically, according to Trumas Hadeshen, that it passes Zochen on Afoshes Truma, and not like to say Sechoshen that doesn't pass Zochen on Afoshes Truma. And the Sefer Arz Tzionim says, according to the Stipler, it's Miyoshev Heitiv, our Sugya, that although by meilah, as long as there is a Shinui, it's mevur, it's a bittul on the shlichos, nevertheless, by mechira, you need a specific beida of lenichle bafushi shtor to vatel the shlichos, and understanding is because without lenichle bafushi shtor, although since there is a Shinui There's a bittul the shlichus nevertheless will be chal midin zachen adam shlebefonov. So therefore, specifically by Mechiri, you need a specific paid of lenichli bafushi store. So therefore, it shouldn't work even midin zachen adam shlebefonov. However, by meilah that doesn't pass zachen adam shlebefonov. So therefore, that alone that there is a shinui is enough to mafkir the chalish shlichus v'ayin sham.